When it comes to the British royal family, every decision involving land, homes, and historic estates carries far more significance than the public often realizes. Behind the grand gates and centuries-old walls, property is more than just real estate. It's a symbol of legacy, authority, and the future of the monarchy itself. And according to growing royal speculation, Prince William may have made one of the boldest estate-related decisions in recent memory, leaving members of Queen Camilla's extended family completely blindsided. But what exactly happened behind palace doors? Why are royal insiders reportedly describing the atmosphere as tense? And could this quiet decision signal the beginning of a new era under the Prince of Wales? Before we dive in, remember that many reports surrounding the royal family are based on media coverage, expert commentary, and informed speculation rather than official palace confirmation. With that in mind, let's explore the story that's capturing attention across royal circles. As heir to the throne, Prince William's responsibilities have expanded dramatically over the past few years. Alongside Princess Catherine, he has increasingly become the public face of the monarchy's future. Every appearance, every engagement, and every administrative decision is now examined through the lens of what kind of King William may one day become. One area receiving particular attention is the management of royal estates. These estates are not simply magnificent homes. They represent centuries of history, financial stewardship, environmental conservation, charitable activity, and long-term planning. Decisions about who occupies them, how they are maintained, and what purpose they serve often reveal the priorities of senior royals. Royal commentators have frequently suggested that William prefers a streamlined approach to royal property. Rather than allowing residences to remain symbolic or underused, he is believed to favor practical management that reflects modern expectations of accountability and public service. It is within this context that recent speculation has begun circulating. According to various royal observers, discussions surrounding one prominent royal estate reportedly took an unexpected turn during a series of private meetings involving senior household officials. While details remain closely guarded, several commentators have suggested that William supported a restructuring of how certain estate privileges would be managed in the years ahead. The move reportedly emphasized long-term institutional planning over personal expectations. That distinction matters. Unlike privately owned family homes, many royal residences are connected to official duties, constitutional traditions, or trust arrangements. Their management is rarely about personal preference alone. Instead, each decision must consider the future stability of the crown. Sources quoted across several royal publications have claimed that some individuals connected to Queen Camilla's wider family were surprised by the direction these discussions allegedly took. Not because anyone had been publicly criticized, not because dramatic confrontations occurred, but because expectations reportedly shifted. For years, speculation has surrounded the evolving relationship between different branches of the royal family. Although King Charles and Queen Camilla have consistently presented a united public image, observers have often wondered how future transitions might affect the broader family dynamic once William eventually becomes king. Would priorities change? Would long-standing informal arrangements continue? Or would the next generation introduce a noticeably different approach? Many royal historians believe William has always understood the importance of drawing a careful distinction between the institution of the monarchy and the personal interests of individual family members. If recent reports are accurate, that philosophy may now be influencing estate decisions. Royal insiders have described William as someone who prefers clarity over ambiguity. Rather than allowing uncertainty to linger, he is said to favor establishing clear expectations well in advance. That strategy can prevent future misunderstandings, but it can also surprise those who assumed existing arrangements would remain unchanged indefinitely. Behind palace walls, even seemingly routine administrative conversations can carry enormous symbolic weight. One historian explained that every royal residence tells a story. Who lives there? Who maintains it? Who receives access? Who represents the monarchy from that location? None of these choices happen in isolation. Every decision sends a message. This is why reports surrounding William's alleged estate position have generated so much discussion. According to commentators, the focus was never on excluding anyone personally. Instead, the emphasis appeared to center on reinforcing the idea that royal properties primarily exist to support official constitutional responsibilities. If true, such an approach would be entirely consistent with William's increasingly visible commitment to modernization. Throughout recent years, he has repeatedly emphasized issues like environmental sustainability, efficient resource management, and ensuring that royal institutions remain relevant to contemporary Britain. Supporters argue that estate management naturally forms part of that broader vision. Critics, however, suggest that even practical reforms can unintentionally create tension if expectations have developed over many years. That may explain why reports describe members of Camilla's extended family as being caught off guard. Not necessarily angry. Not publicly confrontational. Simply surprised by the apparent firmness of William's reported position. Royal experts often remind audiences that extended family members occupy a unique place within the monarchy. Unlike working royals, they generally hold no constitutional role. Yet their relationships with senior figures can sometimes create assumptions, both inside and outside palace circles, about future access or informal privileges. Those assumptions are not always reflected in official policy. One constitutional expert recently noted that the monarchy functions best when institutional rules remain stronger than personal expectations. If William is indeed applying that principle consistently, then his reported approach would align with broader efforts to clarify the distinction between public responsibilities and private family relationships. Meanwhile, palace officials have remained characteristically silent. No official statement has confirmed or denied the reported estate discussions. That silence has only fueled further speculation. Royal watchers know that the palace rarely comments on internal administrative matters unless absolutely necessary. As a result, observers are left piecing together information from experienced correspondents, historians, and longtime royal commentators. Interestingly, some analysts believe King Charles himself has spent years preparing William to think institutionally rather than emotionally. Although father and son are sometimes portrayed as having different leadership styles, both reportedly understand that preserving the monarchy often requires difficult decisions that may not please everyone. If that's true, then William's alleged estate stance may represent continuity rather than conflict. It would suggest that the future king is gradually assuming greater responsibility while maintaining focus on the crown's long-term interests. Princess Catherine's quiet influence has also entered the conversation. While she rarely comments on internal palace matters, royal observers frequently describe her as someone who values stability, careful planning, and measured decision-making. Many believe William's administrative style has been strengthened by their partnership, with both preferring calm preparation over reactive decision-making. That measured approach has become increasingly evident as the couple take on greater national responsibilities. Rather than seeking dramatic headlines, they often appear focused on steady institutional leadership. Ironically, however, it is precisely those quiet decisions that sometimes generate the biggest headlines. A meeting behind closed doors. An adjustment in estate planning. A revised administrative framework. Each may seem minor individually. Together, they can reveal the direction in which the monarchy is heading. And according to royal commentators, that direction increasingly reflects Prince William's vision for the future. Whether every reported detail proves accurate remains to be seen. Without official confirmation, much remains speculative. Yet one thing is clear, conversations about the future stewardship of royal estates have become an important part of the wider discussion about the monarchy's next chapter. As those discussions continue behind palace walls, many are now asking an even bigger question. If this estate decision truly signals William's long-term strategy, what other changes could quietly be taking shape before he eventually ascends the throne? Royal history has shown that lasting change often begins not with dramatic public announcements, but with carefully considered decisions made behind closed doors. If Prince William's reported approach to estate management reflects his broader vision, it suggests a future monarchy focused on clear governance, responsible stewardship, and preserving royal assets for official purposes rather than personal expectations. While many details remain unconfirmed and should be treated as speculation, the discussion itself highlights how closely every royal move is watched. As the monarchy continues to evolve, all eyes will remain on William and whether these quiet decisions become the foundation of the crown's next chapter. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest royal updates and in-depth discussions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.